Here's the whiskey. It'll be lunchtime soon. Will I call your father Mr. Jamie, or will you?
You do it.
It's a wonder your father wouldn't look at his watch once in a while. He's the devil for making the meals late, and then Bridget curses me as if I was to blame. Still, he's a grand, handsome man if he is old. He'll never see the day you're as good looking. Nor Mr. Jamie either. I wager Mr. Jamie wouldn't miss the time to stop work and have his drop of whiskey if he had a watch to his name.
You win that one.
Here's another I'd win. But you're making me call them so that you can sneak a drink before they come.
Well, now that you suggest it.
Oh, I'd never suggest man or woman touch drink, Mr. Edmund. Sure didn't it kill an uncle of mine in the old country? Still, a drop now and then will do you no harm if you're in low spirits or have a bad cold.
Thanks for handing me a good excuse. You better call my mother.
What for? She's always on time without any calling, God bless her. She is some consideration for the health.
She's been taking a nap.
She wasn't when I finished my work upstairs a while back. She was lying down in the spare room with her eyes wide open. She had a terrible headache, she said.
Oh, well then, just call my father.
No wonder my feet kill me at night. Well, I won't go out in this heat and get sunstroke. I'll call from the porch.
God, what a wench.
Sneaking one, eh?
Yes. I grabbed one while the going was good.
Yeah, I was halfway up the walk when Kathleen burst into song. Our wild Irish lark. She ought to be a train announcer.
And that's what drove me to drink. Why don't you sneak one while you got a chance?
Oh, I was thinking of that little thing. The old man was talking to old Captain Turner. Yes, he's still at it. And now, to cover up from his eagle eye, he memorizes the level in the bottle after every drink. That fixes it. And here's the water you've been drinking.
Fine. You don't think it'll fool him, do you?
Maybe not. But he can't prove it. Oh. I hope he doesn't forget about lunch, listening to himself talk. I'm hungry.
The way I feel, I don't care if I ever eat again.
Listen, kid, you know me. I've never lectured you. But Doc Hardy was right when he told you to cut out the red eye.
I'm going to. After he hands me the bad news this afternoon.
I'm glad you got your mind prepared for bad news. It won't be such a jolt. I mean, it's a cinch you're really sick, and it would be wrong dope to kid yourself.
I'm not. I know how rotten I feel. I think Doc Hardy's last guess was right. Must be the damn malaria come back on me.
Maybe. But don't be too sure. Where's Mama?
It's upstairs.
When'd she go up?
About the time I came down to the hedge, I guess. She said she was going to take a nap.
You didn't tell me.
Well, why should I? She was tired out. She didn't get much sleep last night.
She's been upstairs alone all morning, eh? You haven't seen her?
No. I've been reading here. I wanted to give her a chance to sleep.
Is she coming down to lunch?
Of course.
Or she might start taking most of her meals alone upstairs. That's happened before, hasn't
Cut it out, Jamie. You're all wrong to suspect anything. I mean, Kathleen saw her not long ago. She was lying down, Kathleen said.
In the spare room?
Yes, for Pete's sake, what of it?
You damn fool. Why didn't you stick around? Why did you leave her alone for so long?
Because she accused me and you and Papa of spying on her all the time. She made me feel ashamed.
Listen, kid, I know you think I'm a cynical bastard, but remember, I know the game backwards. I've been thinking all morning about the way she acted last night when she thought we were asleep. I haven't been able to think of anything else. And now you tell me she got you to leave her alone upstairs.
She didn't. You're crazy.
All right, kid, don't start a battle with me. I hope as much as you do I'm crazy. I've been as happy as hell because she's coming downstairs. You win that one. I guess I am a damn suspicious louse. Damn, I wish I grabbed another drink.
Yeah, me too.
You mustn't cough like that. It's bad for your throat. You don't want to get a sore throat on top of your cold. I seem to be always picking on you, telling you don't do this, don't do that. Forgive me, dear. It's just that I want to take care of you.
I know, Mama. How about you? Do you feel rested?
Oh, yes, ever so much better. I've been lying down ever since you went out. It's what I needed after such a restless night. I don't feel nervous now.
That's fine.
Where's your father? I heard Kathleen call him.
He's gabbing with old Captain Turner, Jamie says. He'll be late as usual.
Yeah, she's down there now, interrupting the famous beautiful voice. She ought to have more respect.
It's you who should have more respect. Stop sneering at your father. I won't have it. You ought to be proud you're his son. He may have his faults. Who hasn't? But he's worked hard all his life. He's made his way up from ignorance and poverty to the top of his profession. Remember, your father's getting old, Jamie. You really ought to show more consideration.
I ought to?
Try up, Jamie. For Pete's sake, Mama, why jump on Jamie all of a sudden?
Because he's always sneering at someone else, always looking for the worst weakness in everyone. But I suppose life has made him like that, and he can't help it. None of us can help the things life has done to us. They're done before you realize it. And once they're done, they make you do other things until at last everything comes between you and what you'd like to be, and you've lost your true self forever.
I'm hungry. Wish the old man would get a move on. It's a rotten trick the way he keeps meals waiting and then beefs because they're spoiled.
Yes, it's very trying, Jamie. You don't know how trying. You don't have to keep house with summer servants who don't care because they know it isn't a permanent position. Your father won't even pay the wages the best summer help has. He thinks money spent on a home is money wasted. He's lived too much in hotels. Second-rate hotels. Doesn't understand the home. Doesn't feel at home in it. And yet he wants a home. He's even proud of having this shabby place. He loves it here. It's really funny when you come to think
What makes
of it.
you
He's
ramble on
peculiar.
like that, Mama?
Why? Nothing in particular, dear. It is foolish.
Lunch is ready, ma'am. I went down to Mr. Tyrone like you ordered, and he said he'd come right away, but he kept on talking to that man.
All right, Kathleen. Tell Bridget I'm sorry, but she'll have to wait a few minutes until Mr. Tyrone is here.
Yes, ma'am.
Why don't you go ahead without him? He's told us to.
Oh, he doesn't mean it. Don't you know your father yet? He'd be so terribly hurt.
I'll make him get a move on.
Hey, Papa, come on. We can't wait all day.
Why do you stare like that?
You know.
I don't know.
Oh, for God's sake, Mama, do you think you can fool me? I'm not blind, you know.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No. Take a look at your eyes in the mirror.
Well, I got Papa moving. He'll be here in a minute. What happened? What's the matter, Mama?
Brother ought to be ashamed of himself. He's been insinuating I don't know what.
God damn you.
Stop this at once. Do you hear me? How dare you use such language before me? It's wrong to blame your brother. He can't help being what the past has made him, any more than your father can, or you, or I.
He's a liar. It's a lie, isn't it, Mama?
It's a lie. Now, you were talking in riddles like Jamie. Edmund, don't. There's your father coming up the steps now. I must tell Bridget.
Well?
Well, what? You're a liar.
Sorry I'm late. Captain Turner stopped to talk. And once he starts gabbing, you can't get away from him.
I mean, once he starts listening. It's all right. The level in the bottle hasn't changed.
I wasn't noticing that. As if it would prove anything with you around. I'm onto your tricks.
Did I hear you say let's all have a drink?
Jamie's welcome after his hard morning's work, but I won't invite you. Dr. Hardy.
Oh, to hell with Dr. Hardy. One isn't going to kill me. I feel all in, Papa.
Come along, then. It's before a meal, and I've always said that good whiskey, taken in moderation as an appetizer, is the best of tonic. I said in moderation. It'd be a waste of breath mentioning moderation to you. Here's health and happiness.
That's a joke.
What's a joke?
Nothing. Here's how.
Drink, Hardy. What's the matter here? There's gloom in the air you could cut with a knife. I thought lunch was ready. I'm hungry as a hunter. Where's your mother?
Here I am. I had to calm down Bridget. She's in a tantrum over your being late again, and I don't blame her. If your lunch is dried out from waiting in the oven, she said it served you right. You could like it or leave it for all she cared. I'm so sick and tired of pretending this is a home. You won't help me. You won't put yourself out the least bit. You don't know how to act in a home. You don't really want one. You never have wanted one since the day we were married. You should have remained a bachelor and lived in second-rate hotels and entertained your friends in bar rooms. Then nothing would ever have happened.
Stop talking, Mom. Why don't we go into lunch?
Yes, it is inconsiderate of me to dig up the past when I know your father and Jamie must be hungry. I do hope you have an appetite, dear. You really must eat. Where's that glass there? Did you take a drink? How can you be such a fool? Don't you know it's the worst thing? You're to blame, James. How could you let him? Do you want to kill him? Don't you remember my father? He wouldn't stop after he was stricken. He said doctors were fools. Of course, there's really no comparison at all. I don't know why. Forgive me for scolding you, James. One small drink won't hurt Edmund. It might be good for him if it gives him an appetite.
For God's sake, let's eat.
Come on, kid, let's put on the feed bag.
Yeah. Go in with your mother, lads. I'll join you in a minute.
Why do you look at me like that? Is my hair coming down? I was so worn out from last night, I thought I'd better lie down this morning, but I'm sure I fixed my hair again when I woke up. Although, as usual, I couldn't find my glasses. Please stop staring. One would think you were accusing me. James, you don't understand.
I understand I was a goddamn fool to believe in you.
Well, I don't know what you mean by believing in me. All I felt was distrust and spying and suspicion. Well, I know what to expect. You'll be drunk tonight. Well, it won't be the first time, will it? Or the 1000th. James, please. You don't understand. I'm so worried about Edmund. I'm so...
I don't want to listen to your excuses, Mary.
Excuses? You... Oh, you can't believe that of me. You mustn't believe that, James. Shall we not go into lunch, dear? I don't want anything, but I know you're hungry. Oh, James, please. I tried so hard. I tried so hard. Please, please.
I suppose you did, Mary. But for the love of God, why couldn't you have the strength to keep on?
I don't know what you're talking about. I have the strength to keep on what?
Never mind. It's no use now.